What's going on, Workforce? Brian here, and we are taking on the Mighty Fuse Man in Mega Man 11. Now, in this Let's Play, we're going to just go through the whole level and finish off with the boss fight. Now, as an editor's note, this level was actually quite challenging for me, and I ended up dying a couple times, but for the sake of this Let's Play and this video, I went ahead and just edited it out so that it looks like that I've cleared this all without dying. You'll notice in spots where maybe my life just happens to miraculously jump up, and you don't know why, and I just say, oh, that's because I was able to really frame set it to edit whenever transitioning from space to space. That way this hopefully keeps the video fairly reasonable in length to watch. But all in all, I have actually beaten this. I am playing this on normal mode on an Xbox One X. I don't think that really matters for this type of game, but Fuse Man was really an interesting level. I was happy to see they brought back kind of these little laser beams that we've seen in past Mega Man games. What was fascinating is that they also kind of retract, and so it kind of had a different gameplay element. And seeing the bats back here also brought a tinge of joy to my heart. They were hard to spot in some cases. Also, as a non-editor's note, like, what was I thinking? I ended up just taking a lot of needless damage, I felt like, especially when it comes to these lasers, because it gets pretty busy later on in the game. But overall, it was a very interesting and fun level. Coming off of Bounce Man, I'm actually still like really thinking that's my favorite level so far. And having already beaten the other Robot Masters, which will be releasing those other Let's Plays on the channel as well, I just have to say, like, Bounce Man I think is my favorite level so far. As weird as that is, it feels weird to say, but I really enjoyed it. So I don't know if that's a new enemy type for the series, but I thought it was kind of interesting. It kind of made me think of a drone. We've seen it a little bit earlier. It's kind of fun how, like, from a good game design perspective, that we can literally see as they kind of do different things. But it's like, okay, they're going to introduce some concepts, and then they're going to keep making them harder and more interesting. Here you can obviously see a various pattern whenever the laser beams connect with the rest of the grid. So it's going to be about movement speed and all of that fun stuff. So I decided to go with 2 at a time because I feel like that's reasonable, and then we've got some more drones coming back. So this one was fairly easy to clear. Like I said, it's definitely going to get harder here in a little bit. These shield guys are, like, interesting, but also got real annoying, especially in later levels. They would place them in the most difficult spots. And the fun thing is that if they lift up their shield, they become immune to Brickman's, like, you know, downward ability. I'm still, I think, loving Brickman's ability for level traversal. Yeah, here's where I was, like, trying to test to see if there's anything I could do to kill those guys on the floor, just because these get really annoying. I'm sure there's an ability. I'm betting it's Fuse Man's ability, if I was going to take a guess. I haven't found it. I ended up just not trying to experiment too much with it later on in the game. Man, barely cleared that jump right under him. Alright, so here's where things, I feel like I take a start where I'm going to start taking a lot of, like, random damage. This is fine, but it's like, it's all about timing, and then they're going to start doing things that are up, down, left, and right. So here's what I'm talking about with the shield guy and his cannon. I tried to see if I could do the jet, but I was unable to. Unfortunately, let's see if I can fly up there. I tried doing rush coil in a previous run, and it just did not work. When I first came against this guy, I could not figure out his mechanic. I was like, oh, okay. And then eventually I realized that you had to aim for his goggles. I tried to do the whole Brickman thing and win on the mini-boss, and it would not work for Fuse Man, which I'm happy about. I'm happy that they didn't decide to make every boss extremely weak to Brickman. I am taking a ton of damage. I'm starting to get worried. And thankfully, I went and beat him. I was like, okay, good deal. I was just checking out my stats there just for a second to see how I'm doing, how many lives do I have. And there's a nice smooth edit. That life bar just coming back. I tried to do a nice little slide and that just did not work. So the first time I was here, I did not see those bats. They were hiding really well. It just did not visually connect. And so, oh man, I was like, what the heck was this? This bat gets real annoying. If you can have the opportunity, take him out. Also watch that little thing that hit me. Yeah, it's gonna hit you, so you gotta be very careful on it. I was trying to see if there's another way that I could go around. I think I called down Rush Coil, but it just isn't really going to do what I need. Not the height. Oh, so close. Alright, so here we go. So here's where the bat becomes real annoying. Because those things block, and then he's just going to keep like kind of tormenting me, going up and down. I'm going to jump and not be able to get through. Eventually I'm able to get a hit off on him, but my gosh, like this bat, I tell you, like take him out when you have the opportunity. So you need to jump twice, because that first one will hit you. And then there you go. Alright. On to the next section. Lots of little waves of these blowy guys. So this was interesting. I was like, oh, maybe I can get around it. And it's like, it will detect you when you get under them. So I kind of went up here and just decided to blast them down. And then, yeah, absolutely want all that weapon energy. So here's where it gets tricky. You're going to see the cross-stitching of all of these electric things. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to watch me take a lot of hits right now. To the point where I think it's better just to go ahead and use an E-tank rather than die again. From a screws perspective, it would just make more sense to die because you can buy a lot one-ups with 50 screws versus the E-tank, which is 100. But I don't know. It's a principle of a thing. I told you, I'm gonna be taking a lot of hits. To the point where I just used an E-tank. Why not get another? I know I'm going to use it just to get through this section. I got a freaking drone coming in. Yeah, I got to fight. Come on, Mega Man. And here we go, making it to the door. So let's not risk it now. Let's get that. Let's at least get that checked. And I'm able to kind of thread that without any problem. All right, boss time. I still don't know how I feel about the doors. I think everything else I'm fine with the aesthetics. I don't know. The doors are just my only thing that it doesn't necessarily excite me when I see it. But maybe that's just me. I love Bounce Man's ability because I love that you just put this ball and he's just going to be flying in the air and yep, these are going to connect. And then it has that nice little value. And then here's where he uses speed gear, so I go ahead and use speed gear as well. And victory. Give me your weapon. Use, man. Well, that's it for the Fuse Man level, everybody. My name's Brian. This is Work To Game. I really hope you're enjoying Mega Man 11 or these Let's Play series. We've got the rest of the bosses coming up here real soon. I am very, very much enjoying this game. I'll be sure to put together kind of a review for it, as well as a boss guide. People are asking for it, and I think I can have a lot of fun with putting that together. So now I get to try out the new weapon. For as far as it goes for a weapon that kind of crawls around the floor, this is really powerful. And so Fuse Man is good against Tundra Man, and that's where we're going to be going next. So thanks, guys. I hope you have a great day. I want to shout out to all our Patreons out there. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, we're going to just say thanks to him here, and then we'll do an end screens here in a minute. So for Work To Game again, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.
Hey everybody, Brian and Chuck here for Work To Game. Chuck wants to tell you that you should totally subscribe to the channel. And that you should totally hit that like button. Oh, and then we also got t-shirts on sale for some reason. That's a little bit mean, Chuck. I'm not crazy.